At the level of, people who administer it into reality, it is coldly calculated in the shadowy areas where these concepts first come from. Yeah. And they know what they're doing.
A lot of the constraints on us, a lot of the strings that hold us like puppets are really inventions of our own mind. I'm not saying that there aren't armies and police and various ways to punish deviants, but there isn't any way to punish a large number of deviants. There isn't any way to do that. It's too expensive to even try to do it unless you can colonize the minds of children growing up so they become their own police. And they will report other children who are deviating.
And then there's a subconscious mind. Well, there's no entity in it. The subconscious mind is equivalent of a tape player. It records behaviors, and then at the push of a button plays a behavior. It's automatic. It's a very convenient thing, because then we don't have to relearn all the time. Once you know it, you can make a pattern. The problem is that the basic patterns of belief and behavior that are programmed in the subconscious mind came from our teachers, primarily our parents, our family, and our community.
So most people don't even understand how easily we're influenced by our environment. Every person that we encounter, every single situation that we're faced with, every little word that's said on television may not seem too influential to our conscious minds, but your unconscious is designed specifically to let every environmental signal influence you without your awareness. So the question is, are we leading conscious or unconscious lives?
And now neuroscience has told us in the unfolding of our lives, only 5% of our life is controlled by our conscious mind, and 95% of the time controlled by the subconscious with programs from other people that were installed in there. And the problem is, it means when those programs are playing, we don't see them.
Ladies and gentlemen, the very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society. And we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings. We decided long ago that the dangers of excessive and unwarranted concealment of pertinent facts far outweighed the dangers which are cited to justify. We are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy that relies primarily on covert means for expanding its sphere of influence, on infiltration instead of invasion, on subversion instead of elections, on intimidation instead of free choice, on guerrillas by night instead of armies by day. It is a system which has conscripted vast human and material resources into the building of a tightly knit, highly efficient machine that combines military, diplomatic, intelligence, economic, scientific, and political operations. Its preparations are concealed, not published. Its mistakes are buried, not headlined. Its dissenters are silenced, not praised. Its dissenters are silenced, not praised. Its dissenters are silenced, not praised. Its dissenters are silent, not praised. Its dissenters are silent, not praised. Its dissenters are silent, not praised. No expenditure is questioned, no rumor is printed, no secret is revealed. No president should fear public scrutiny of his program, for from that scrutiny comes understanding, and from that understanding comes support or opposition, and both are necessary. I am not asking your newspapers to support an administration, but I am asking your help in the tremendous task of informing and alerting the American people. For I have complete confidence.
Be back at the Council on Foreign Relations. As Pete mentioned, I've been a member for a long time and was actually a director for some period of time. I never mentioned that when I was campaigning for re-election back home in Wyoming.
Senator Clinton. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Can I ask you a quick question while you sign that? It was reported in June of 2006. You attended a meeting in Ottawa, Canada, the Bilderberg Group. Can you comment on that? What's going on for the Bilderberg meeting, and what do you guys talk about up there?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, you do. It was reported you were up there, and people saw you up there. I just want to know what you guys talk about and meet about up there.
Sir, I don't know.
Why are they such top-secret meetings?
I have no idea what you're talking
Your
about.
husband went to a Bilderberg meeting, too. I'm just wondering. I'm not being rude or anything.
No,
I just want to know what happens at these meetings.
Well, since I wasn't there, I have no idea.
Okay, thank you, Senator.
Thank you. Howard. There you go.
Thank you very much.
Listen, I am a happy member of the Bohemian Grove. I like the folks who come there, and it's really inappropriate for me to talk about the group beyond that. Thank you.
Have you been there for the ceremony with the cremation of care?
Frankly, I don't think that's something I need to talk to you about.
Have you been there for the ceremony with the cremation of care?
Frankly, I don't think that's something I need to talk to you about.
Really?
That's right.
Well, I'm Alex Jones, and I snuck in there in 2000. I'm the guy that blew it wide open and got the video. It's been on national TV.
Well, I disrespect you for that.
You do?
I do.
But there's a lot of big public officials going in there. Don't we deserve to know?
I don't know anything about you, and I don't know anything about your film. But if you go in there with an understanding, you violated that understanding by releasing that film, and I don't respect you for that.
Really?
I'm sorry, you took an understanding when you went in there that you would not do that film. And did you have an understanding when you went in there?
No.
Did you crash it?
Yes.
Yeah, and it has no trespassing signs there too, doesn't it?
No, they put those after.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, sir. I've been there before. I know what the circumstances are, and I'm sorry you violated the understanding. But that was not a gentlemanly thing to do.
Well, what about the ritual? Is the ritual gentlemanly?
Sir, everything. I don't owe you this comment.
I know.
Wielkie liczby. Otóż z człowiekiem to jest tak, że człowiek bardziej w życiu kieruje się a nie wolą i wyobraźnią, a nie rozumem. W związku z tym, jak coś przekracza jego wyobrażenie, to jemu się wydaje, że tego w ogóle nie ma. Otóż nie jest teoria spiskowa, dlatego że ludzie nie czytają. To nie był spisek. Jeżeli na zjeździe partii mówią zabrać się za społeczeństwo naukowo, bo powstają instytuty socjotechniczne, które naukowo rozpracowują i pokazują, jak to można jeszcze dalej zrobić, to nie jest spisek. To jest oficjalnie, tylko że ludzie jakby tego nie mieli albo dostępu, albo nie umieli czytać tego. Zastosowano tu socjotechnikę przy użyciu edukacji i mediów. W związku z tym do ludzi w wielkiej masie to nie dociera, bo Polacy wiedzieli, że są zabory, ale tego, że jest likwidacja państwa, sprowadzenie tych terenów do poziomu kolonialnego, tego nie wiedzą, po prostu nie wiedzą, bo już są pokoleniem, na których zastosowano te metody. I my ciągle jesteśmy garstką, naprawdę nie ma coś, my jesteśmy garstką, która musi znaleźć drogę, która przetrze kontakt z Polakami, żeby bronić Polski. Jak bronić? Jak się przed tym wszystkim bronić? Co robić dalej? Bo tak już słyszałem głos, no dobra, co dalej? No to idziemy na ulicę, proszę Państwa, i strzelamy do kogo chcecie strzelać? No to nie można tak mówić, to jest bez sensu. Najpierw trzeba myśleć, a potem działać. A mamy działać w skali wielkich liczb. Jeżeli tutaj, według tych zasad socjotechniki opracowanych w latach 60. są 4 filary, które pozwalają na trzymanie społeczeństwa w ryzach. 4. Wymieniłem już Wam. Media i edukacja i 2 jeszcze. Administracja i prawo. Państwa,
is to create a one world government where everybody has an RFID chip implanted in them. All money is to be in those chips, right? There'll be no more cash. And this is getting me straight from Rockefeller himself. This is what they want to accomplish. And all money will be in your chips. And so instead of having cash, anytime you have money in your chip, they can take out whatever they want to take out whenever they want to. If they say you owe us this much money in taxes, they just deduct it out of your chip digitally.
Total control.
Total control. And if you're like me or you, and you're protesting what they're doing, they can just turn off your chip. and you have nothing. You can't buy food. You can't do anything. It's total control of the people.
And that chip's connected to a database that has your purchasing records, what you do, what
everything.
you sell.
Everything is in there, you know? And so they want a one-world government controlled by them, everybody being chipped, all your money in those chips, and they control the chips, and they control people, and you become a slave. You become a serf to these people. That's their goal. That's their intention.
No longer a theory. What I'm about to say is fact. The secret organizations of the world power elite are no longer secret. They have planned and are now leading us into a one-world communist government.
Well, there have been extraordinary scenes in Berlin tonight as thousands of people gathered to hear Barack Obama deliver key foreign policy speech on his current European tour. The Democratic presidential hopeful laid out his vision for America's place in a new world order, in a new world order, in a new world order.
It's not a new idea. President Bush talked about it back in 1991.
It is a big idea, a new world order.
President Bush said, and it's a phrase that I often use myself, that we needed a new world order.
There's a need for a new world order.
I call upon all states to join ranks in order to found the new world order of the 21st century.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order. When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order.